Welcome to the Sneaker Podcast, a show where a bunch of guys sit around a table to talk life, lifestyle, music, and all things sneakers. So sit back, turn it up, and let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Sneaker Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 34, and I'm Mike D alongside a good buddy over there, Mr. Sean Collard. What up, Sean?
Hey now.
And we also have... Is Chris here? Is Chris even here?
Yo.
Oh, he's behind this big stack of boxes here.
Oh,
We're just gonna
Take these down a
take it
little
out of the
bit.
way.
Take it down.
just got
Take
real.
it way down.
We're gonna use them later on.
Uh-oh.
We thought it would be funny with the video. For the people that are listening, there was a big stack of boxes up in front of Chris, so...
In my face.
Exactly. But
Oh,
that
that's
is the pickups for the week, and we're not going to talk about that right now.
Not
but we
right
are
now.
going to do what we always do and how we start the podcast with what we wore on feet today. What'd you guys wear on feet today? Sean, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Sure.
Bam.
Whoa. Okay, we got a little bit of a banger here.
2016 White Cement 4.
That Nike Air on the booty.
Nike Air came back in a big way. Yeah.
Was
And
this-
I've got a matching shirt, my 416 shirt. That's just the 4 is over here also.
I was totally commenting you on the on your shirt when you walked in today,
Yeah,
too.
man.
It's really nice.
I was very flattered.
What's on it? You got the White Cement 4s.
Yeah.
You have...
Black and red
Oh,
ones
I tried.
and maroon 6s.
I tried to make
for
them
the
say it.
Toronto area code 416.
Yeah, 416.
Yeah, picked this up at the Jumpman store.
Were you there that weekend?
Which weekend?
It was All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
2000.
All-Star Weekend? No, I wasn't there for All-Star
you weren't
Weekend.
there?
No.
Sean.
No.
Chloe and I were there with
Yeah.
Calby
Very
and
nice.
Cherry. Yeah.
Lucky.
That's in a past episode of the podcast. You
I
can
was,
hear that. It's a great story.
however, invited the year later.
Still got
Well, you
Touche.
it seemed like you were kind of digging a little bit that I wasn't there, so I had to-
Touche.
yes.
No, I'm digging that I was there before you were.
Ah, yes.
That's all
To the
I'm
little
trying to get
pop-up
to.
shop they
Yeah.
had.
Little
I was there.
pop-up
I was
shop.
there when it was official.
All right. So was I. What the heck, man?
The competition continues,
It has
everyone.
begun.
The store is still open.
The competition is continuing. Chris, what'd you wear on feet today?
I am wearing Bam, right,
Yo.
Sean?
Bam.
It's the Puma Cell Endura. It is in a white, black, and green colorway. I am super hyped on this shoe. If those were the people that were listening last episode, I had mentioned how much I wanted this shoe from the Puma collection, and lo and behold, they appeared at my door the next day, like the day right after we recorded.
It's fate.
So it was like one of those unboxings, and I just like let out a little yelp.
A little
Woo!
yep.
And super excited about these. Super like chunky outsole, midsole, and it's like the model first came out in 1998.
Oh, wow.
And they just brought it back out, and I think they just updated the tech a bit, but all in all, it looks exactly the same.
It's really nice.
They look
Yeah,
comfortable.
The
They
colorway
have-
is very clean.
Yeah. The colorway is very photogenic, if we can
Yeah,
say
I
that.
could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The contrast is nice.
I think
you
it's
like Celtics green too. So
you know what? Despite me being this huge Celtics fan, whenever a shoe has green on it, I don't automatically associate it to the Celtics,
right.
but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
True.
I on the reverse side, if a shoe has purple or, I'm just going to denied. No Lakers.
No
So,
Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very
Sweet.
cool. I love that colorway, by the way. Very nice. Are they making other colorways of that?
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
I think it was in New York. They had a festival called Hype Fest.
Sounds
this
like my
past weekend.
Sean's kind of festival.
It's all me.
Big hype.
Yeah.
And I think they were teasing a blue color, a shoe, the same Cell Endura, but with some blue in it.
Oh, very
Also
cool.
look very smooth. So
Awesome. Very
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to keep saying awesome. Hey, Chris, that was awesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome, Mike.
awesome. Sean?
Awesome. What did
That's
you,
enough.
What, what awesome shoe did you wear today, Mike?
Today, I kind of went into the closet before leaving to work, and I felt like doing something a little different, So I broke out my
Whoa.
Saucony Grid 9000 in the mint colorway with a little bit of that creme. And I matched it with a Quality Perfect hoodie that is pretty much the exact same cream color as this, which went fantastic. Really love this colorway. This actually coming from our good friends over at Sneaker Tub. So shout out to Kamaj
nice.
and everyone over at Sneaker Tub. They sent this over last year. Super happy with it. And yeah, man, I'm going to keep wearing these. After today, I was like, I got to wear these a lot more because I love them.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed that Saucony didn't keep it going, if we can call it that. They had like a slight resurgence.
There was a little bit of a rush,
maybe
right?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it about right 2 years ago?
Yep.
They were putting out a lot of collabs. They were putting out a lot of shoes.
A lot of nice stuff.
Yeah, and
Like materials.
dope collab ideas, right?
Yeah.
Like the food themed ones.
There's one that pays tribute to Boston. And it's like all cobblestone brick, it looks like, on the outside of the shoe, on the upper of the shoe. It's so nice.
The ones about the poker chips and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember that? The space one?
The collabs they do are really cool.
They were very cool.
Yeah.
I know our good friend Calby was a big fan of Saucony.
Yeah, Saucony. We have to say Saucony.
I posted a picture on my Instagram recently of an old, like, 1984-85 season of Michael Jordan.
Oh,
yeah.
And the guy, I can't remember who the defender was, but he was wearing a pair of Saucony basketball shoes.
Really?
And I got like a bunch
Damn.
of comments asking me what happened to the Saucony basketball. So
Uh-huh.
there's
That's a
some
great
interest
question.
out there, Saucony, just letting you know.
Yo.
Well, that's I think
gonna
a
have to
lot
dig and
of
find
a
out.
few brands have had a division in
Yeah.
specific sports.
Yeah,
and-
like a
Just-
basketball back catalog almost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know they'd be huge for running and stuff too. So,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Well, look at
Yeah.
Puma. Puma's coming back, right? With Puma
Hoops.
basketball.
Yeah, Puma
So
Hoops. And
that's awesome.
at the head of Puma Hoops is Jay-Z.
Hova.
Who?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Hov.
yeah, it's interesting. And, yeah, they've been signing a lot of players, so that's great, too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the brand. It's good for the sport. It's
Yeah.
good to see them grow. But did you guys match your shoes with anything spectacular?
I got
today?
some new pants on.
Ooh,
Can I stand up? They're the Quality striped pant.
striped trouser.
Yeah.
Striped trouser.
Oh, that's from the new collection.
So it's
that's
like
sick.
a navy with
Yeah.
a burgundy stripe.
Yeah,
That's very
Beautiful.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
for the
Yeah.
listeners, exactly.
and you
For the
said it
listeners.
fit amazing.
You
right?
could have had a little bit of a cliffhanger for people who want to
Sorry,
entice them
sorry,
to come to the
sorry.
YouTube channel. Chris.
Yeah.
Yes. Come to the YouTubes anyway.
So you can see what we're actually doing.
And Sean, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5", and these are size
Extra
what?
large.
Extra large, and
Yeah,
they fit
they
you
fit
fine,
me.
eh?
Yeah. I'm
That's
well
amazing.
proportioned, though. I've been told.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Neither
but
do
All
I.
right.
sure.
Neither do
All
I.
right.
My wife tells me that all the time.
Whoa!
Hey,
now.
whoa.
This is not. Never mind.
What the heck? Yeah, I'm wearing a flannel, a quality flannel.
Oh.
It's my red one.
The red
Boom,
one
boom,
is so
boom, boom,
nice.
I will be grabbing every color that I can. I believe.
I tried to grab
It's-
the red.
It's very good on the daily. It's
Yeah.
very comfy.
Yep.
It's good for the office. It's
Mhm.
good for playtime.
Mm,
I'm happy. Yep.
nice.
So
Yeah,
that's
very
it.
cool. Yeah, I wore that perfect hoodie today. Fantastic. Go check them out. And by the way, guys, we have a promo code
What?
with Quality. So head on over to quality.com. Use the promo code TSP20. Get 20% off. Check it out. Their stuff's amazing. It's really cool. I'm saying it again. It's amazing.
Amazing. All right.
I
like
have to
that.
say that I'm not, like, I don't seek out this type of clothing.
Yeah. Okay.
But now that I actually have a couple of pieces from them, I love it. I need more.
nice.
This is not in
Comfortable.
any way, shape, or form well, I guess it is a bit of a promo, but
Yeah.
but I really, the
But
pants
it's
are really, like, I
genuine.
never thought I would wear the type of pants like this with the sort of drawstring at the end and
Uh-huh.
bunchy at the cuff. And my wife was like, I love those pants on you. So
Nice.
I'm sold.
Yo.
I'm sold.
It's that well proportioned.
Yeah.
That's
in
all
me.
you-
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It's like
That's all you
'cause
need.
you just said, I think what, last year or beginning of the year,
like
you
last
just
year.
got your skinny.
My first skinny pair of
jeans.
skinny jeans. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, it's working out.
Graduation.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man, you're killing it.
That's
Killing
cool.
45 and fabulous.
Wow, that's nice, man.
Jeez. Okay, whatever.
You
You got it.
Hey, do you know where you can see Michael Jordan in a number 12 jersey?
Where
On
I
which
can see it?
basketball card?
Yeah.
We're
Sam
doing this
Vincent.
We're doing this again.
Just
Deja vu.
rehashing last episode, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways,
do we have any pickups on the go for right now? Obviously,
we
Chris.
have a
stack.
lot of pickups. I have a quite a stack. Yeah. So do we want to do it quickly?
Do you want to do like a certain amount and maybe save a little bit for a little later on, or?
Okay, we could do
Do
that.
you want me
So
to get
do
mine
that?
out of the way first, since you've got like a
Go ahead,
whole
go ahead, go ahead,
stack?
go ahead.
Yeah?
Go ahead, go ahead.
And I've mentioned what this is already. I just want to show the people.
Bring it in, Sean.
So just while Sean's grabbing the box, if you guys on the YouTube
they're
see
here.
us like looking, like I'm constantly looking at my phone, it's not because I'm being a dick and like ignoring you guys. It's because I'm actually looking at the rundown of the episode.
Yeah.
Just our
It's
notes
not
and such.
just because he's
Yeah.
being a dick.
We're
no,
not.
no,
He's being
no.
a dick, and he's looking at the rundown.
Yeah. Like I'm purposefully a dick.
Yeah, we're not professional enough to have like teleprompters up here yet. So bear with us.
Yeah. Okay. So show us
So
what
here
you got.
it is. Here is the very controversial
Here it is. West
pickup,
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Air Jordan 5 Grape Fresh Prince Air Jordan 5 with no laces. You cannot lace these
Yet.
And I remember when we first talked about them on the pod, I was like, not a chance in hell I'm getting them. It's a stupid idea. And here we are, people.
And here we are.
Now, what people may not know if they don't follow me on Instagram is that I also purchased a leather hole punch.
Nice.
And I just need an X-Acto knife, and I will be putting lace holes in these bad boys.
Oh, because you have to like.
You got to
Get in
punch it,
there?
yeah. And so I need
Gotcha.
I'm going to need to remove the stitching just because the tongue is stitched to the upper, and I'm going to have to just slightly remove the stitching from there, and then punch some holes in them and put laces.
I love the insoles.
But
on
look
these.
at this is what gets me though. It's
Yeah.
the Nike Air on the back.
That's
Like,
very
Very
nice.
cool.
Oh my
Very cool.
gosh.
And it says West Philadelphia
Yes.
engraved.
Engraved on the tongue here.
Yeah.
And then inside, which you probably can't see, but it's got the Air Jordan and the kind of Fresh Prince font and colors.
Typeface, they call it.
Mhm.
Typeface. There you go. And I got a lot of heat from people.
I
on
saw that,
Instagram.
man. There was
Yeah.
like
Really?
a ruckus on
There
your
was a ruckus.
IG post.
There was a
because
ruckus.
I think you tagged the Sneaker Podcast on it,
I did.
and every time you comment, it sends me a
Yeah,
notification.
heat.
My God, man.
I got a lot of people
Nonstop.
just asking me about, hey, make sure you show us the finished product once I put the laces in it.
Oh, you will for
But
sure.
I got a lot of people saying, don't do it. They're supposed to be like this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, you cannot
supposed
tell
to
me
be
what
like
to do
this.
with what I pay for with my own money.
So after you put the holes in it, you're gonna post a picture and you're gonna say they're supposed to be like this.
That's right. They're supposed to have laces, people.
He
Uh-huh.
wore those.
So that's my
Yeah,
story.
He
Sticking
wore
to it.
those. Yo,
All
sick
right.
pickup, man.
That's my pickup.
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's
Cool.
cool to see them in hand.
Yeah.
When's the last time that colorway came out with Nike Air on the back?
Nike Air.
1990.
Holy shit,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go, dude.
Yeah, that's last time the colorway itself came out, but had Jumpman branding, was in 2013.
Wow.
And then but Nike Air was 1990. Yeah,
28 years ago.
years. Yeah,
Wow, crazy.
yeah, craziness.
That's
Crazy,
awesome.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. Let's start with
We're gonna do it?
the
Where do you wanna
the
start?
bottom half.
Okay. Well,
He's got stacks for days, everyone.
first shoe here is actually I just received this one today. I
dope.
got an email. It's a Under Armour Curry 5. It is the Bay Blue colorway.
The Bay.
So it's the Curry 5, all in this like really cool blue. It's not, I guess they call it Bay Blue. It's not necessarily royal, not necessarily navy. It's kind of in between. Would you
Yeah.
guys say that? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So I guess it's to kick off the season because everyone knows NBA.
Mm-hmm.
NBA basketball's back in
Back.
like next week, right? So there you go. Dope Curry 5. So I'm very happy about that because it just reminds me that there's going to be a lot more NBA to watch and a lot more ball to be played.
Can I see?
Sure. Sorry. On the courts.
It's a cool box.
Yeah. It's basically to not commemorate, but like to pay homage to the town, which is Golden State. And this is for Steph Curry, Curry 5.
Yeah, it's very nice. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the Curry 5. My sister's boyfriend, who's a professional lacrosse player,
Same.
he's an Under Armour athlete, and so he's sponsored by Under
Wow.
Armour, and he's gotten a bunch. He's been playing in 5s.
Nice.
Yeah, so he
Awesome.
plays lacrosse in basketball shoes.
Well, it's very performant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it's like ahead of its time right now, you know? So very dope, very dope. Chris
Sorry.
is like, keep handing me these boxes.
Yeah. So another pickup was the Cell Endura that, like I mentioned it, that I was wearing today.
This one I'm
The
intrigued
Cell
about.
Endura. Just one more thing. That's the one that I said that there was another influencer. Not that I'm an influencer, but
Oh, you
another
are.
dude that was taking
influence us.
photos of it, and he's actually at Hype Fest right now, or this past weekend, and that's when he posted a lot more Puma content. So it got me hyped again. So I really wanted to wear them.
Is this what I think it is?
This one, so this came today as well. It's another Puma shoe. It's in a black Puma box. So usually like
covered the logo.
the Cell Endura and the previous models came in a green box. So when this came in a black box, I had an inkling of what it might be, because brands might color code their boxes differently depending on what they're for, like performance.
I think that's a
sports
great
and whatnot.
idea.
So this one is a black Puma box, and it's basically It is
Whoa,
bam.
whoa, whoa.
It is
Oh,
the
whoa.
Everybody settle down.
Puma Clyde Court Disrupt.
That's a Clyde?
Yeah. So
Wow.
basically, it's their new basketball shoe.
Yeah.
The upper is basically the silhouette of a Puma
Yeah.
Clyde, and then they like heightened it with a bit of a sock action here, and then they set it up on a very performant outsole.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. This is what all the new Puma signees are wearing.
Wow.
On court in the NBA, and
Puma hoops.
I was very intrigued by it,
Yeah.
right? And I've seen different
wow.
colorways of this one. This one is the Red Blast colorway.
This is crazy.
I've seen a gray one that's also very cool. I'm very happy. So I've been getting shoes from Puma, and they were all lifestyle type
Yeah.
sneakers. So I didn't know if this would be within their wheelhouse to like send towards me, but boom, got it in the mail. Super happy because, as I mentioned last episode, I'm excited with what Puma is doing. Like they're trying different things, and I really want to rock these on
These are
court
crazy.
to see like
Yeah.
if I can play in these.
And I will say, on the heel tab, my birth year, 1973.
Oh, it's meant to be.
So I might have to get a pair of these.
So will Puma hoops come exclusively in the black and white boxes?
I wouldn't be able to say that, but it's something that we can
Check up on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
look
so-
out for and see if that's the modus operandi.
These are really cool.
Now, if you're
Yeah.
looking at this shoe right now and you see around the collar, you might think it's like just a knit here. There's so much padding in here around the collar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So like just
Like,
the
holy
sock
cow.
part is a sock
It's-
ish,
yeah.
but a stiff one, and just under is you have the padding that starts at the heel. Yeah.
Yo, the lockdown in these will be insane.
I'm actually look. I really,
Are you gonna
I
ball
literally
That's
just got them.
Guys,
so
the
I didn't even
podcast's
put them on
over.
my
We're going to play basketball.
So that's I guess that's the first half of my pickups.
Very cool.
Cut it there.
Whoa.
And then we can cover the other pickups later on.
Very cool.
In
The man
next
says
segment.
he's not an influencer. He's got a stack of boxes in front of him.
I get around.
I get around. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's good or bad. That's good. It's very good.
So since we're talking about things that we're excited about receiving and all, I know that Mike has some stuff on the way, but you have a pickup as well?
I have a pickup.
And there's some. Okay, let's do the pickup first. And
Okay.
Then, yeah.
So I was a little surprised actually today when I got a package in the mail. I knew something was coming, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was going to be. So Reebok Classics, reached out to me and they said they wanted to send me a shoe. So I went, okay, here's my address, and they sent me the brand new
What?
Oh man.
Reebok
No way.
Aztrek.
That box is dope.
Yeah, the box is super dope. So, as you may know, Reebok Classics released the OG Aztrek about the beginning of fall-winter season. So, they came out without this one is actually being endorsed by Lil Yachty.
I wish I knew who that was.
The rapper, it's okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Our
I
audience
know
will
who that
know.
is.
Our audience will know.
Yes.
So these actually dropped on October 4th, and they are available right now at Reebok.ca. Go check it out. This colorway is awesome. It's the white, black, and excellent red, they call it.
It is excellent.
It is
Very cool.
excellent.
Those are really old school.
Just the way when I got the box, I was like, wow, this thing is so sick. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if
It's like a
the
superhero
retail
box.
version comes like this. I don't think it does because there's no barcodes on here, so I have no idea. But fantastic.
That's really cool.
Shout out to Reebok Classics Canada for sending this over to me. I'm super excited to wear this. This has kind of been this has kind of been deemed one of those things they call a dad shoe. Right? We've heard
It's
of dad
definitely
shoes
an old
before.
school shoe.
It's old
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
It originally came out in 1993. Okay.
It looks older than that, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So shout out to Reebok Classics
cool.
Canada. Thank you so much for sending this over to me. Go check them out at Reebok.ca.
Sweet.
They are still available. Lots of different colorways. And I believe they still have the OG teal as well. So go check that out. So thank you. Shout out to them. Love you.
Can't go wrong with teal. is
Can't
what
go
I
wrong with
got.
teal.
Teal on a sneaker.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, very cool. So, yeah,
The
again,
koala
shout out
fell
to
over.
those. The koala fell over. Yeah, this little guy.
Because we got it on this
Yeah.
padded
carpet, rug.
carpet.
We'll
Koala
call it,
rug.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just call it our
So
tablecloth.
as we mentioned, I think you were excited about something that's coming in the mail. We're not going to mention it yet
I'm not-
because
yeah.
it's not in hand.
And it sucks too because like I really wanted to have it for today, and with the holiday over the weekend, it was Canadian Thanksgiving over the weekend here in Canada. So yeah, shout out to all our Canadian listeners out there. Hope you had a great, safe Thanksgiving. I got something coming, and like I said, it's Grail status.
yeah, it's big.
status.
It's
And
big time.
The fact that I don't have it, and I know it's not that far away, like
not far.
I'm keep tracking. I'm like, oh my god,
Mike's
this
gonna
is
receive
within.
it tomorrow.
Where's this thing coming
He's gonna
from?
get it tomorrow.
It's
No,
coming from the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only been a week.
Oh,
Not,
it's
not,
been-
not
okay,
even a
okay,
week.
okay.
Not even a
It
week.
was
it's like
shipped
5
on
business
Friday.
days.
Yeah,
Okay, it
yeah.
was shipped
Okay.
on Friday.
Okay.
So the fact that I will hopefully, fingers crossed, get it tomorrow, we'll see what happens. Anyways, stay tuned for that. It's definitely something I've been hunting for a while. Actually, I can kind of give a little bit of a backstory to this. A listener.
No. Save it. Save
Okay,
it. Save
there.
it.
That's
save
all I'm
it.
gonna leave.
Save it.
A listener.
No.
There
It's
you
like
go.
I mean,
you know who you are.
technically, okay. Well, let's
I don't
talk
have
about
them
it
in
next
hand
time.
yet,
No,
so I can't
about
really
it next
talk about
week,
it.
next week.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and right before we started the podcast, I also got a notification that something has shipped. It is also on its way to me, so we will possibly have 2 new pickups for next week.
Sick.
No,
No, we will.
okay.
We have to will it.
Wow.
It will happen.
But aside from that, as we are always, I believe we all have a hunting list, things that we're
Yeah.
keeping an eye on.
Yep.
Is there something that you guys want to mention that's on your hunt list?
Still.
Yeah.
Okay, something's on my hunt list, but it's available. I know I can get it. I don't want to pay the retail price.
Okay.
And should I say what it is?
Yeah.
It is a Gore-Tex Adidas NMD. It's in a triple black, all Gore-Tex upper with a knit upper as well. Waterproof, perfect for like fall before winter. It's $300 Canadian retail.
Whoa.
That's where I'm like,
Yikes.
I'm sure I could get it a lot cheaper. So I think I'm going to wait. And every time I see it, I ask, do you have X amount of sizes left? Like, do you have enough size? They're like, yeah, we have a bunch. We have a full size run. I'm like, okay.
It'll go
so
on
that
sale.
means people aren't going for them.
Yeah.
They're going to drop, and then I will strike.
Yep.
So,
Out. It's
yeah.
like out because it'll be sold out by then.
Oh, my God. It's so nice. I'll show you pictures later. Actually, maybe I could put a picture right
Oh.
there.
Or there.
Or maybe...
That's enough. That's enough.
Hey, if we make that work in the After Effects, yo,
Yeah.
we're doing
Because
something
if you
good.
don't, it's going to look really dumb.
It's gonna look really dumb.
That's why I cut it. Like, okay.
Don't embarrass us, guys.
And Sean, do you have something?
Yeah, I've been sitting and waiting for the Nike Huarache Run 91 in the purple punch colorway.
Okay.
The Huaraches for
Yeah.
the runner, and they're on Nike USA right now.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on Nike for a while, but I don't think we ever received them here in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, and so but Nike's had them forever, like your shoes that you're looking for, and just sitting there, and they've gone on sale for $77, regular $130 US. So I'm gonna have them shipped to my parents in Florida.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm going down there at Christmas. So
Oh, so you're gonna wait? You're gonna wait several months.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah,
But that guaranttees you a gift.
it
for
guarantees a
Christmas,
gift to
right?
me. Yeah, I'm definitely coming home with a pair of sneakers from
And you
Florida.
could definitely wear them.
That's
too.
right.
Oh, true.
It'll be
that.
nice and warm.
Oh yeah, perfect.
know?
There
Yeah,
you
perfect
go.
for
That
Florida.
makes sense.
Yo, that's perfect Huarache weather.
For sure.
So I have been. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but our good friend Nigel Sylvester right? Our good friend.
Yes.
Yeah, our good friend,
Friend of the pod.
Nigel. We call him Nigel.
Friend of the
pod.
pod. Come on
Yeah.
the podcast. He teased that, or he announced that there's a new shoe that he's putting out, or it's in conjunction with Nike. It's a Nike ID colorway that's going to be available on an Air Force One, right? So there's 3 different colorways that they're going to put out, 3 customizable colorways that they're going to have exclusively for Nigel's release. There's a white pair, there's a black pair, and a gold pair. Damn.
Low, medium,
all
high?
those,
All
all those, and I would want them all.
Wow.
Of course.
I won't get all, but I definitely
Yo.
Gotta
so
think
excited,
positive, man. Nigel.
so very excited. So that's on my hunt list, definitely. So it's like I'm glad that it's something that I don't know how these Nike ID releases go. Like if they go as quickly as regular release on a hype shoe.
I wonder if you could. They are actually more pairs because you can customize it technically, right? So they have to make it no matter what.
Yeah, but they limit the amount of
IDs.
customizable shoes that
Right.
get released. I remember them doing it for Kobe
Okay.
when he was nearing the end of his career. They put out like a particular year of Kobe, or I don't know. It was a black and gold pair,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
and there was a limited amount of them. And the funky thing is, once it's done, it's done. Like they will
Not do it again.
It's maybe it's not hard, but it doesn't seem like they would retro or reissue these later
Yeah.
on.
Got
right?
you.
Yeah.
So there's that. So when these Nigel IDs release, I'm gonna have to make a decision.
You got pictures?
Yeah,
Show me later.
Yeah.
Show me
it's,
later.
it's on
All
his
right.
IG, so yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
I'm gonna have to check that
Yeah.
out. Wow. Air Force One low.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that a bit later.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
talk about that
Okay.
a bit
Cool. I have some questions.
All right.
I have some theories.
But before we get into that, this past weekend, Sean, myself, and Chloe,
Yeah.
Not me. No.
Mike was
Mike's out of town.
I was
celebrating
I
Thanksgiving.
was doing Thanksgiving.
But Sean, Chloe, and myself were at the Foot Locker Canada times NBA Canada NBA crossover event, right?
Yeah.
So Sean, I don't know, maybe you want to tell the people about like what it was about and.
Yeah, so it was super cool. I didn't know what to expect because I heard it was at this kind of bar club thing downtown, and then so we got this invite and we show up and there's all they had really decked out this bar in all kinds of NBA memorabilia, a lot of signed
cool.
jerseys, signed basketballs. There was I couldn't believe how when we first got in there, I can't remember. It may have been Cheryl from NBA Canada actually said, look around, like don't like let your eyes go all over the building because there's every space is like filled with something NBA related,
cool.
and it was so cool because all of a sudden you'd look up and you go, oh my god, there's a bunch of Jordans hanging from the ceiling in this one room. There's a bunch of basketballs hanging from a ceiling in another part of the room. There was a locker they gave you like when you first got in there. They gave you a card, almost like a business card that had like a code on it, and so you could go to this NBA locker, like a safe. And if you punch in your code that's on this card, you could have a chance to win something, whatever was in the safe.
Oh, cool.
We still don't know what was in the safe.
It was gift cards.
It was gift cards?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
tons of
so
stuff. Yeah.
there was that. There was and I mean it was very, very, very cool. A lot of, like I said, there was NBA 2K set up on Xbox.
Oh, cool.
People could sit
On
and play 2K.
How many? I think 3-4
There
screens.
was, I think, 4 screens.
Yeah.
There were, video game, like old school arcade video games set up.
sick.
NBA Jam.
NBA
Oh,
Jam
wow.
was there, exactly.
I think they call it It was the Showtime version.
It is
Maybe
a Showtime version, yeah. And and then that basketball where you can shoot hoops there with the
Pop Shot.
game. Pop shot, that's it. And then we got to meet. First of all, there was a Q&A with the great legendary Gary Payton of originally the Supersonics and then several other teams after that, including the Lakers, Miami,
Celtics,
I
Milwaukee Bucks.
skipped over
Well,
the
this guy's
Celtics.
been around.
Yeah.
But so they got a meeting, and then we got to meet him after that, and he was so cool.
So cool.
The Q&A was great. He was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Very down to earth. Told some great stories. Great Michael Jordan story actually at one point. And then we got to meet him, and he was signing things for whoever brought stuff to him. Was signing stuff. The whole experience is really, really cool. I didn't know what to expect because first of all, what was crazy, but it was such an intimate group. There was probably 30 of us in there at the time.
A bit more, maybe like 40 to 50.
It felt, but
still,
because of the space, the space, it felt like it was a lot less. Like it was very intimate.
Wow.
And this was I think for VIP was like from 6 to 8 or whatever,
Exactly.
6 or 8:30, whatever. And so then after it was open to the general public. And it was such a cool event, and they did a really great. Foot Locker Canada and NBA Canada did an amazing job setting the whole thing up. Yeah, very cool.
So to think, if you've ever seen that I guess it's called a club lounge. If you've ever seen it before the NBA got there and Foot Locker got there, it's very much like a lounge, like a club, right?
Yeah.
But the way that they had it set up, you're like, wow, they spent a lot of because there's pictures on the wall.
Yeah. Posters, the NBA, the trophy, the championship trophy was there.
Larry O'Brien,
the Larry O'Brien, exactly, and
just like a whole, there was like a whole what do you call that? Like the DJ booth, I guess that's always there. But right in front of it, they had like the chairs for the speaker and the interviewee to sit down, and they had like mini bleachers, right?
Oh, cool.
Mini wooden bleachers for the guests to sit at.
Yeah.
And then
a ping pong table. There was a ping pong. I don't know if that's always there, but there was a ping pong table there. People were playing ping pong. It was really, really cool.
And what they also had was so during the day, people were able to attend the crossover. Right? They had to register. They had to go to like I think go on a website. I think it was nba.com/crossover, and they just register their info, and they can show up. Then they can go into the space. That was during the day, I think between noon and 4 p.m.
Yep.
And then, like Sean mentioned, from 6 to 8, it was our private event.
Right.
And
open bar. Hey.
I love those events.
That too, yes. It was very much, like you said, intimate, but there was a good amount of people that were there. And the cool thing is we were all there for the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? We were there to share our experience with everyone else, and Gary Payton was there. After Gary Payton, later on in that evening, Morris Peterson was there as well.
Right.
Damn.
And
Mo Pete
of Raptors fame, Michigan State. There was also Junkyard Dog.
Yes, that's
Jerome
right.
Williams
Jerome
from the
Williams.
Raptors fame as well. So a lot of NBA favorites that were in the house.
Really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like working for the NBA Canada, Foot Locker Canada. So it was cool to like mingle with them.
Yeah,
chat.
for sure. Shout out to Krista from Foot Locker Canada for inviting us. That was really cool.
Shout out to Krista. Shout out to Lisa and
Cheryl.
Cheryl from
from NBA Canada.
So that was really cool. That was a 2-day event basically. So it was Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday during the day, Sunday during the day, anyone could just go in, check out the space. In the evening, there was that private event. And then after the private event, it was basically like the club lounge. You could just go in. Anyone could go in.
Right. And it was like a regular club night.
Right. Exactly. And the NBA stars, they hung around.
They just hung
That's
around.
cool.
Yeah,
There was also
hang
like
out with Gary Payton.
a speakeasy corner, right? Like it was more a secluded area where like not high rollers, but the VIP, the VIP would hang out. Yeah, so that was cool. I definitely played some 2K.
I watched people play 2K.
I played that NBA Jam. That was really cool.
That's really cool, yeah.
And I was able to getting into that space. I think our mandate, quote unquote, was to take photos on and share on our stories, or take photos and share on our IG. And I was invited with the purpose of doing that. Like they wanted me to do it. Like Sean could have just enjoyed himself. Like just
I could have
chilled out,
and I did.
But
I did also documented it.
Exactly.
Like, you couldn't help it. Every corner you turned, there was something I wanted to take a picture of and share in my stories, which I did.
Basically, when you're invited to this type of event as a quote unquote influencer, you that's kind of your give back to have being invited, right?
Yeah.
So you get invited, and then you go in there, and then you share the experience. so that the people outside are like, wow, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
This is what I could be part of if ever I want to dive into that realm, right?
Chris, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How do you? Okay, they wanted you to come, and you were their influencer. And how do you approach going into an event like that?
So okay, let's go back all the way to the beginning.
Sure.
Okay. They contacted me. So Foot Locker Canada and I have a relationship. They contact me for some promotions every now and then. Like they send me some sneakers, and I take pictures of them. Or there's like a small back to school event or a family day event, and they send me some stuff, and I take pictures of them, and then I send them over to them and see if they like it, and if they do, they post it on Foot Locker Canada.
Nice.
Right, that's the exchange that happens. For this event, they asked if I wanted to be to participate, if I wanted to be part of the whole events, and of course, it's Foot Locker Canada, and it's the NBA. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. And so they're like, okay, cool. We'll get in contact with you once we're in town. And this is for some of the people that we had mentioned, that we had thanked. It was the first time that I was meeting them. So it was a great opportunity for that, especially that the event is in Montreal, which is basically our backyard.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So first day is they were like, so Chris, can you come and meet us at the House of Hoops? The first day of the event. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I went to House of Hoops, and I was just wondering, I go, how long do you need me for? Because so I can plan out my day. And they're like, well, it's up to you, depending on how fast you can shop. Because your first task is to pick out some outfits.
Oh man!
Pick out some outfits for the 3 days where there will be some Foot Locker NBA Canada events.
Amazing.
So I get to House of Hoops. I meet everyone, shake hands. Everyone's super nice, super cool. And it's like, okay, Chris, you need to pick some tops, some pants, and some shoes. So I'm like, all right. So let's go for it. In my head, I have to like coordinate 3 different outfits for the 3 different days. So the Saturday of the NBA crossover, the Sunday of the NBA crossover, and last day, which will be tomorrow as we're recording. We're recording this on a Tuesday.
Sure.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. It is the actual NBA game between the Toronto Raptors and the Brooklyn Nets. So we're going to go to that event. So I need my 3rd outfit for that. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to pick the outfit. So I'm picking jackets, I'm picking pants. They're like, Chris, don't forget to layer. You need some t-shirts.
You're like,
so I'm like,
that's
all right, let's go for it. So I'm picking out t-shirts, and then they're like, are you done? I'm like, I think so. And they're like, how about shoes? I'm like, I forgot the shoes.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm so overwhelmed that I'm like, oh my gosh.
You felt like Pretty Woman.
Dude, you don't understand.
With Richard Gere's credit card.
At this point, I was like, you know what, guys? I understand what I'm supposed to do, like do an exchange, or what I'm supposed to produce, right? So I'm like, do you guys have any pieces that you'd like for me to showcase? And they're like, no, we really want you to pick stuff that you like, right? I'm like, okay, fine. But me understanding what the whole point of this, getting an influencer involved is about. If I pick something that's very old, I mean, am I influencing people to buy something that's very old? So I'm like, okay, let's grab some new stuff. So stuff that just released recently. So if you want, we'll flow into the second part of my pickups. And so the first pair of sneakers that I picked up was a Kyrie 4 low.
I love the low.
Right? It's like in a pink colorway, and the strap that goes over the shoe is in a pink velour.
Yeah.
That
is nice.
So
sweet.
Official colorway?
Hot Punch is the
Punch.
colorway. So that
Hot
is
Punch.
the Kyrie 4 that I picked up. And I always wanted to pick up Kyrie 4 low, so this worked out perfectly. That was the first pair of sneakers that I picked up. And the cool thing was, so the Foot Locker rep that was with me, she was like, are you going to be able to pull this off?
Oh, she doesn't know Chris.
And I'm
Am
like,
I?
of course, let's do it. You know,
I'm Christopher Chu.
So,
I'm Christopher Chu.
oh, thanks for the plug. Yeah. So that's what
my
happened.
job.
And then the second pair that I picked out is here we go. It's the Air Force One LV8, and
It's got the
in
NBA logo on the back.
Yeah. So they had
Like a hologram.
a series of Air Force Ones with an NBA collab theme, like different colors that could represent different teams. This particular Air Force One is all red, and the swoosh is kind of like a metallic, reflective
3M
silver,
kinda.
right? On the back, you have the AF1 logo and the actual NBA logo stamped on
That's super
the
cool.
heel. So normally, I'm not a AF1 guy.
Yeah.
But the fact that I had mentioned the Nigel shoe
Yeah.
that was coming out soon, and this was right in front of me. I was like, it's starting to make sense to me. Let me try it out. And actually, when I wore them to day 2 of the NBA crossover, I got like 2 comments from random people.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
You know when you're not sure of your choices?
And someone.
Exactly. Someone
Compliments
outside.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a random, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was great.
Yeah. These are good then.
Yeah. And then the third pair of sneakers that I picked out just happened to be like, I got to shout out Phil from Foot Locker. There was an empty space on one of the shelves in the House of Hoops. And he knowing me, because we chit chat every now and then, he was like, Chris, we had a Jordan 1 here before. And I look at the shelf, I go, what's missing? What's new and what's missing? And I go, oh, the guava?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, and it was size 10, your size.
Oh, man.
I go, I'll take it.
Wow.
Bring
Damn.
it out. He goes in the back, he comes out, he goes, not a 10 just sold apparently.
Oh.
And the other agent, the other Foot Locker rep was like, yeah, I just sold it. But he goes, I have a 10.5. I go, this is perfect because I fit 10.5.
Yeah.
So boom.
What a coincidence.
The last shoe, sorry guys, there's a bit of mud or dirt underneath because I actually wore them
That's
to
all right.
take a photo.
Nice.
Is the Air Jordan 1 Guava.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the quality on it.
The
I
leather
like,
is fantastic.
I like the logo
Yeah.
placement
In the
on the
mid-panel there.
side panels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how the medial side is different from the lateral side.
Yeah. So that was the third shoe that I picked out in my outfits. If you want to see the different outfits that I chose, that I put together, you can go on my IG.
Christopher.chu.
Christopher, oh, thanks for the plug.
Yeah, no worries.
I have outfit grids for all 3 outfits, and then a on the body shots photos also taken for to showcase which outfits I picked out. So big shout out to Foot Locker Canada
Yeah, big
just for
shout
sending that out.
Yeah.
So we did all that. That was what was your question again, Mike?
How
So-
do you approach something
yeah.
like that?
So
Wow.
right. So the first 2 days already taken care of. My mandate, what I wanted to do is take a lot of stories so that anyone going to my stories could kind of get an idea of what was going on at the event, maybe help them decide on whether they wanted to attend the event, which they should have
Oh, yeah.
if they didn't, and get a good idea of what they could expect and how much fun it was. That was my first task. The first day I was taking a lot of videos. The second day I was taking a lot of photos. And then also, like Sean, I was able to sit while they had the interview with Gary Payton. So that was cool. I had a rookie card signed, which was very cool.
Sick.
Oh, man.
Chloe got some magazines
Magazines,
signed. That was cool. I saw you said one dude had a poster signed.
Oh, he had several posters signed.
Oh, wow.
He like went out to his car and got more posters after he
Ah,
signed them.
Wow.
A little
Well
embarrassing.
prepared.
That's a little
Fans.
embarrassing.
Oh.
That guy's a fan. He's a fan.
And then my last task is basically when tomorrow Mike and I will be going to the game.
Yeah, buddy.
Right. So how it's happening is during the first half or first quarter of the game, we'll be sitting together. I assume near some Foot Locker employees, people that work at Foot Locker.
Courtside.
I don't know where. I can't make you promises.
I'm just hoping courtside.
And at a certain point of the game, I will be brought to a different area of the court so that I can take photos. or take stories of what's their game, right?
So
I
you're
get
going to need
close
me
enough.
to fill in the seat when
Seat
Mike's,
filler.
Mike's not lonely.
I was gonna say you're gonna leave me here alone. Nah, I'm okay.
I
with
will.
that.
I
Yeah,
will.
That's fine.
Totally.
He's like, I'm just gonna leave you sitting there with a bunch
Yeah.
of Foot Locker people. I'm like, okay,
Oh, all right.
yeah, we're good.
That's good.
And so when this happens, right? You tell me, Sean, when you were going into the event, like the NBA crossover event, were you expecting anything?
I really didn't know what to expect. I had no clue what to expect. I
That's
mean, you
the best
expect
way.
obviously some memorabilia and stuff, but it was just the way it was laid out. Like you walk in and there's like a locker with Michael Jordan's jersey right away, and you walk upstairs and there's more. Like it's just every step I took was like a new piece of memorabilia or a new game or something or other. It was like literally like Cheryl said when we got there. It's like take a look or keep looking around. So I had no expectations. And they blew any expectations I even could have had.
Wow.
It was really, really cool.
And did you have like, I don't know, do you do this? Do you ask yourself, how should I act? Like,
Yeah.
what should I do?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
at first, I because like I was taking it all in. I'm like, I wasn't recording or taking any pictures. I'm like, oh, I really want to capture some of this stuff because where am I going to see this again? So then now I'm going back and looking at things the second time and then taking pictures. So I almost want to see it first with my eyes and then take it in and then go, okay, now I want to take pictures of this and that.
Yes.
So that was it was really cool. Yeah.
I understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So Mike, you were asking me how do we kind of prepare for a type of event
Yeah,
like that?
because when you go in, or when the last time I went into an event like that, I find it nice to go in and do a lap. You know, do
Yes.
a lap, figure out the area, see what's going on, see who's where and what is where, and then move from there. How am I going to execute my plans for the evening?
Okay,
That's kind of what I did exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So that's a good idea. That's from experience. That's what I like to do. I like to formulate a plan
Yeah.
as quickly as possible.
Game plan.
Once I get in there to see like the layout and see what I want to do in terms of capturing the event, whether it be on my phone or through my camera, and then how I'm gonna broadcast it. Right. There are some photos that I took to share with Foot Locker Canada later on. And there's whatever I took on my phone was to be shared right away.
Gotcha.
Right. And I did exactly what Sean did. Basically, I go through and then I went backwards.
Yeah.
And then I re-walked the whole way and took shots of what I needed. I actually did several runs, because one run through my phone, one run on the camera.
Yep.
And try to get as much content as possible. Always better, from what I recall, to get more than needed.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Get way more. Like
For
my
sure.
camera roll on my phone is a mess. Like I have so much stuff. That was for the event only. I have so much. I've posted just a few teasers here and there.
Yeah.
And then like I actually, after the first night, I went through everything that I took and I like cleaned it up. And so I have a good idea of what I already took.
Yeah.
And what I should be taking, or what different views or angles that I haven't taken yet.
Yeah.
So that in day 2, when I go in there, I also have somewhat of a plan. And so, like we're not, how do you say? We're not superstars. We're not celebrities. Like when we share our experience, it's not like a guarantee, 1 million people will see it.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. It's more, so if knowing this, you have to play it differently, right? We don't have strength in our numbers, boom, necessarily, but we can give the people a perspective that only we can share, because this is how we're going through the event, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna win over people that are seeing this event and say, oh, this is cool or this is not cool, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think it's cool even for people just to because our perspective is that, like for me in particular, I didn't have any experience with this before. I wasn't, like, I'm not a photographer. I'm just the guy who has an Instagram thing. And then to work that into, now we're getting invited to these events, and it's really cool that, like, maybe I guess this is where the term influencer comes from, because regular guys can get, all of a sudden, if you work at it, you can actually get invited to these events and take part and, becoming sort of an influencer yourself. And I think that was the cool part for me, was that I shared, like when I got there, I shared a lot of stuff on my Instagram stories.
I saw that.
And then I took a bunch of pictures as well of the memorabilia and stuff. And so it's like to just keep reminding people, like, look, man, we got to go to this really cool event because we love sneakers. Like, that's at the end of the day, right? That's what got us there. Yeah. So it's really cool.
And to the, like, recalling me saying that we don't have like tens, 100,000 followers or anything like that.
I'm getting there though.
Yeah.
You're very close.
Very far.
But like, we don't have that reach, but yet we get to attend these things. That means it's like, look, anyone that would like to get into like the influencer game or social media game is what I prefer to call it. You can, right? You can. You just have to be consistent. You have to show that whenever you're posting, people should feel that you care about what you're putting out there, right? And
you're not just showing off. Really.
Exactly. Post content that you care about, you as the viewer would care about.
Yes.
What would you want to watch? What would you want to read?
Oh, like,
that's smart.
Before even meeting you, Sean, I had an idea of what type of guy you were, right? And it kind of let me know that I was like, okay, I should introduce myself to him because I think I could tolerate him. Like, stuff like that. So
and then here I am.
These brands and these stores that are looking at your IG, ideally would get a feel for what type of person you are and how you could possibly partner up with them and do this type of work. Because I know, like, they had the event out in Vancouver. Yeah. And then the event here in Montreal. And amongst the attendees were some quote unquote newer social media sneaker people. And everyone is very thankful, very grateful to have been included. Yep. And then you just, from there, you look at what type of work they put out after they attend the event, right? That's cool. So when you, like, the night of the event, there's so much going on. Yeah. I wasn't on social media, like, checking other people's posts. Yeah. But the next day I was able to see your stories. I'm like, oh, okay, look, Sean did it. Yeah. He did it. He went through the steps and he posted all the stuff. And I was like, oh, this is great.
I this is not a word of a lie. I actually forgot that we were supposed to kind of, we're kind of there to sort of document stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to document it because it was so cool.
Oh, that's perfect.
So I documented as much as I could. Yeah. Sean. And then I live streamed or give an IG live of the Gary Payton thing. So nice. For those of you who are up, all three of you.
Sean, seeing that this is one of your first events, did you feel any pressure before you entered to be like, what am I going in here to do? Because I find it's always easier when you have a mandate. When the company or brand reaches out to you and they say, hey, we want you to come to this, is that we want you to come to the event, or you want me to come to the event and cover it? If so, tell me how you'd like it covered. So that way you can go above and beyond and develop a game plan in your head, because I find the mandate will always dictate the game plan.
I think Chris probably had more of that mandate in front of him. And I went in with I knew I was kind of, like I said, expected to document some stuff, but I didn't feel pressure because for me, it was just something I would have done naturally anyway. Like I wanted to document all that. I would, if I was just a guy off the street going in there after the VIP party, because I lined up and got in, I would have been doing the exact same thing. So
exactly.
Okay,
cool.
Well, I actually think in terms, like, as a new attendee to an event like this, I feel like there is some slight pressure for you guys in terms of you have to, this is your audition.
You're
no, for sure.
Right? You
there's definitely that in the back of your mind for sure. But like I said, because it was something I don't think the pressure I felt was that maybe I wasn't looking like, maybe they need me to take a picture of this. They need me to take a picture. Of course, I felt like I really wanted to showcase what they were showing us, but I didn't feel like there was something I was specifically. I was trying to tailor make my IG stories to what they would want. I just did it like sort of naturally, organically, and it went through. And what excited me is what I posted.
If I can speak about my experience in terms of like prepping for these types of things, like,
well, especially for this type one, because this is over in like X amount of days, right?
Yeah.
So it must be really tough to come up with a game plan and execute.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I'm very nervous when these things happen. Yeah.
But you also take I do it to an extent too. But you take your photography very seriously.
Yeah.
This is like a craft for you. This is not just a guy with an iPhone.
Yeah. It's not how do I take a picture of this? It's how do I take a picture of this and have people want whatever's there? How do I engage the viewer?
And how do I take a shot that no one else is going to think of?
Yeah. So
creativity is huge.
Tomorrow we're going to the game, and I'm really nervous.
Sure.
Really?
I would be too, for sure.
Wow. Yeah. So
you're going to
show up with
new
your big
outfits.
Telephoto lens. Yeah. You're going to have a lens this big.
No, so I don't have that, right? So I'm just going to go in with my regular camera, which is, that's another thing. I'm like, should I borrow someone's equipment? I go, no. I can't go into a spot like this with equipment that I'm not used to.
Exactly.
Right. I just have to go with what I know and just do the best that I can with that.
Yeah. I made that mistake.
I'm feeling a bit of pressure, but I always feel like this whenever I get shoes from a brand or a store, or whenever I go to events, I feel pressure. And I think that's just how I work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to feel a bit of pressure. It just
you
shows
want to show that you're worthy of what they're gifting.
Oh
you.
Yeah. I all the time, and I won't know whether I'm doing well until midway through the event, or like once the event is all done, and then I take a moment to look at all my product.
Yeah.
I won't know how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right. And they them being so nice and all, they'll never straight up say, Chris, you're sucking. Pick it up, man.
Try again.
So
better luck next time.
But and they've been so good to me, right? Foot Locker Canada, NBA Canada. I really don't want to disappoint Foot Locker,
sure.
right? So that's
Yeah.
It gets to me, but it powers me too.
You know what? In retrospect, now I'm feeling pressured that I was at this NBA event. I've been a huge NBA fan for like 30-something years.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, I was at an NBA event.
I've made a huge mistake.
I hope I did it okay documenting stuff.
Yeah.
I've got more pictures to come, people.
I hope I was memorable for the right reasons.
That's right, exactly.
And you guys
that guy knocked over the trophy.
That's right. There's that tall guy again.
You guys were at this party, and I'm living vicariously through you through Instagram
tomorrow.
stories.
You're going to the game.
I know we're going to the
Shut
game.
your mouth.
But I got the invite to go to the party, and when I saw it, I was like,
yeah.
damn.
He had to let us know that he got the invite to the way.
I had to.
He was invited, everybody.
He was
just
invited,
couldn't go.
yeah.
Prior obligations. Yeah. But you're going to the game, man.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty
big.
excited. Last game I went to was Raptors Celtics.
Oh.
Yeah. Also at the Bell Center, preseason
Very cool.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Hey, you were there too? Were you there?
No.
No?
Would you call me Scott again? No.
It's one of those
I was gonna
you
call
got
it
mail
Chloe, actually.
situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it helped those if there's some listeners that wanted to or ever thought of wanting to do some of this social media stuff and see how far it could take them, or see how much you had to do to get noticed in the first place. I actually, we as the Sneaker Podcast do pay attention to whoever's on social media doing sneakers, and especially if you're from Canada, we do take notice, and we I don't know, I kind of put a little asterisk next to that username, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if ever
keep looking at that guy, you know?
Yeah, and they're
keep your eye out.
There's city specific events, they could always call on you, because as I mentioned, there were some new people at these events recently, right? And they looked like they had a lot of fun.
And we also have a really dope group chat with a lot of influencers across the country.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Yeah.
You know, how everyone could just jump on one chat and be like, yo, quick information when you need it right away.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's a big familia.
Familia.
I don't know. You want to go over to...
Well, I think that if people have questions about events or something like this, or if they want any more information, to send us a DM on Instagram at the Sneaker Podcast, or even send Chris a DM at Christopher.chu.
Oh, thanks for the plug.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah. I thought maybe we could... we had another subject to cover, but maybe it's a bit much for today. We'll move it to another week or something. Maybe we could play a little game.
Yeah!
something that we
Mike shot
kind
out
of
a cannon there.
Dude, I love the game.
something
You
that
weren't
we-
around for a lot of the first games,
I've been
so
through some of them.
you know? Sorry.
Fight.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, that's the game. The game is who's the better sneakerhead.
Oh.
Okay, but we don't want
That's
you to
obvious.
think of it in a douchey way, right? We're not.
That's
Even
it.
though we will
I
present it that way.
I
Yeah, yeah,
immediately
yeah.
thought that.
We have a group chat, right? The podcast crew. We have a group chat, and we like to take shots at each other.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Especially
And
these two.
Shots
These two.
frequently
Oh my
fired.
yeah,
God.
shots fired, and we just basically try to one up each other. I think it's funny. Hopefully,
I
you
think it's
guys think
funny.
it's funny too. So we're gonna share a bit of that. We'll see if we can replicate that here. We could present a couple of topics. We try to present to the listeners, to the viewers, our case for being the best sneakerhead out of the crew.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna get as raw as it gets in our
Oh, no.
our
Oh,
chats.
no.
No,
because it gets ugly sometimes.
Definitely
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a little
In a
bit
funny
more
way, but
in a
it's
funny
ugly. yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be PG-13,
Yeah.
this one.
We're not going.
We'll just here. We'll start it off with this. I did say that Sean was a better sneakerhead than Mike because Sean did own a pair of Legacy 312.
What
Yeah.
shoe's that?
That makes him a better sneakerhead.
You can't
than-
pretend
Which
like you
one's
don't.
that?
No. That old. What is it? Yeah. That's all you
What-
got is what
why-
is that?
Do you think that's a fair point, Mike? That you're a better sneakerhead if you own a 312?
I disagree that you're a better sneakerhead if you have a 312. Why?
Yeah, why?
312 isn't that nice. Sorry, in my
What
opinion.
about the number
it's
three?
not.
Like 312 pairs of sneakers.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Does that make me a
Is
better
that-
sneakerhead?
Quantity over quality, right?
Oh, they're all quality.
Yeah.
When you're in it for 20
You know what?
something
I
years.
can
Yeah,
hate.
if you only have 20 pairs
That's
of
it.
sneakers, they better be quality.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
that's right.
I've been hating on the Legacy 312 for
You
a
sure
while. Sean, my apologies. We ran out of time. We got to go on the podcast. No. I respect you for having them. I think you're a good sneakerhead because you like them and you have them. Otherwise, if you just had them because Don C had his hands in them.
Well, here's the thing. There's absolutely no. That's not even close to the reason I got them.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
So you're a better sneakerhead.
I mean, God bless Don C.
Yeah.
I don't know the man. He seems like a nice gentleman.
Chicago Don.
However, having said that, I didn't know who he was before all this. The Jordan, the Don C2s and all that stuff. They came out, but it was the colorway. It was the story behind it. It was okay. It was his. It was his partially his story. I can't believe I'm defending the Don C312s right now. It's driving me crazy.
You could
But
try.
it was his childhood memories of these classic colorways that he threw on these sneakers that drew me in.
See, I respect that.
I actually think that's a.
This is becoming a love fest.
Cop
Mike.
out?
What's
I
happening?
think,
It's supposed to be
no.
It's cop out.
I think it's a cop out that you're using that reason for having bought that sneaker.
Yeah, give me another one.
What other
Like-
reason do I need?
No. I like the Don C
Because it's Don C.
No, because it's out there. Because I've seen people wear it, and it makes them look fantabulous. But you
Oh.
won't.
Is that a word?
You won't. Yeah, it's a word. Look it up. You won't admit that you want to be super hype. Like you
there it
want to
is.
get on rooftops and shout out, "I love sneakers, and I don't care what you think about me."
And I'm a
so
hype
you gotta
beast.
you gotta create these weird stories about like my childhood.
Okay.
And like this colorway.
My
and like,
favorite Air Jordan is the Jordan 2. Is there anything else that could possibly tell you that I'm a sneakerhead? Everybody hates the Jordan 2.
No.
Yeah.
You like the Jordan 2 because no one else likes it.
No,
That
I don't.
So it makes you special.
What
It
do you-
makes you're like, you know what? Look at this. You guys, you like all those common Jordans that everyone else likes. I'm the only one that likes the Italian leather Jordan.
Hey guys, remember when we talked about how they go at
Limited
each other in the
numbers.
group chat? Yeah, this is the same thing. This is what you
this
get.
is
this is-
this is
yeah.
this has been building up for years,
Yeah.
over 30 years.
That's right.
that you're claiming that hey, I have
You're
childhood
saying
memories.
I've been a hype beast since 1987?
Yes. Look at this. Exhibit A.
That's great.
What was your first Jordan? Was it the 2? No, it wasn't.
No, I wasn't allowed.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It was-
Conveniently not allowed.
I wasn't allowed. I was 13.
happens to be the 3 that everyone else loves, and
Listen,
then you're like,
Mr.
you know what?
Contrarian. I hate everything that's cool. I wasn't a Michael Jordan fan. I like the Celtics, not the Lakers. Yeah.
Well, Larry Bird's a better player.
Then who?
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Well, this is where. Wait, hold on.
I don't know if we could go any further. Oh my God! Wow.
Larry Bird did say he's God dressed up as Michael Jordan.
Hey, let's just
No, there's no just.
Let's
That's
agree
it.
to
Finish.
disagree.
That's it.
Hey, that's what
I don't know
gonna
how
say.
this became a slam on Michael Jordan night.
Ouch.
Don't like that at all.
We said one thing about. I said one thing about Michael Jordan, and you're taking it like, oh, the whole world's up against Michael Jordan.
No, what I'm saying is you're a contrarian.
Yeah.
You like the things that are not like you're a hype beast in one sense. You like the popular stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things where you're kind of anti mainstream.
Yeah. The difference between me being like that and you, sir, is that I'll admit to it. I'm embracing it. You're hiding it.
No, I'm not hiding behind anything.
I saw this medial side picture.
Yeah, I did.
And it got me.
You know goddamn well I saw the medial side picture.
The medial side, the side that no one else sees.
That's right. I saw it and I fell in love with it.
That makes you less of a hype beast.
I like the colorway, man. I don't care that it's Don C.
We're gonna get you a T-shirt that says "I like the media."
I like the box,
check it.
too. I like the
just,
box.
Just this week, all of a sudden, you like skinny pants again.
Okay,
And
so
you're
what this has become, everybody, is pick on the guy with 25,000 followers because all of these guys are just yelling at me all of a sudden. This is not like, hey, let's quick banter. Let's attack Sean night.
Yeah, Sean. By the way, can you shout me out?
Yeah,
on IG?
yeah.
No.
Wait. We'll do this off pod, but
Oh yeah.
if I slip you like a couple $100, you just
Oh yeah.
put
I'm
me
totally
on. Okay, cool.
I'm totally
Cool. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, I'm going next then. Sean is the better sneakerhead because he's got 4 pairs of Tinkers.
This is super old. Like it's been done.
For the person who only has 3 Tinkers, it's been done. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
And we have, I think we have established also that the bio beige is a 0.5 in the Tinker realm.
Listeners, viewers, is the JTH considered a Tinker? Yes or no?
Yes.
Send us a DM at Sneaker Podcast.
Send Chris.
Yeah.
Christopher.chu.
So
Yes.
you're
I do.
counting how many Tinkers you have versus how many I have.
Yeah.
It's very convenient that you're choosing a shoe that you do have a lot of to put it up against my numbers. While I would not mention that I have 2 Nigel Sylvester AJ1s versus your 0. Like I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would not do that
okay.
to
Yeah.
you. You know.
Okay, you saw a shoe that no one cares about.
I would not do that.
I care about that shit.
You
So-
go, yeah.
You know, I would not point
I
out
care.
that I have 1 Sean Watherspoon and you have 0. I would not point that out
Okay,
to you.
let's
Yeah.
not rub that
You
in
wouldn't-
because that's a
yeah.
soft spot with
Yeah.
me.
See, so me, I have 1. You both have 0.
You win again, Chris.
I didn't even
Win
try
again.
to get the shoe. I mean,
That's the hard. Oh my God, that's tough.
I
to
was
swallow.
on Facebook randomly,
Yeah.
not looking for
And I
anything,
just
to
got it.
pass the time, and happened to fall upon a link.
It's hot in here, man. It's
Yeah,
getting
it's
really
getting
hot in here.
All right, guys, let's move on because we're just gonna go at each other forever.
You want to hear guys yell at each other? Come back to the Sneaker Pod.
Exactly.
Podcast next week.
Let us know what you think of this. Yelling at each other.
We're just speaking intensely.
Oh, exactly.
That's what it
All
is.
right. Well, hey guys, I have an idea. Let's. Do we have anything in the mailbox? Any reader messages?
yeah.
Listener messages?
does
Reader?
anyone-
You're not reading.
Here.
You're watching or listening. So,
Yeah. Does someone want to read it off?
I don't.
Okay.
Chris, you're up.
I can't see straight after that segment.
So this is a message we got from a user, one of our subscribers called Biggie_S'mores.
What a
I love
great
that.
name.
Biggie S'mores.
Biggie
great.
S'mores.
What up, fellas? Just want to reach out and let you know I discovered the podcast back at episode 99. But
Oh,
I do
dope.
love the show. I'm actually from the opposite side of Lake Superior, Marquette, Michigan. Shout out Marquette.
Shout out
Yeah.
Michigan.
Not quite Canada, but according to most people in the US, it might as well be. Just a little background on myself. I fell in love with shoes when I was 12 and have been obsessed ever since. Though my buying has slowed down quite a bit in the last 5 years or so with having kids and getting married, I do still keep up on everything. Since I don't have the extra cash that I used to, and I refuse to pay resale prices,
Shout out to you.
I have gone through searching for the shoes that I loved in my middle/high school. So looking for old shoes that have stories, right, Sean?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Like the Don C
Yeah.
312.
Ouch.
Just curious. So Biggie S'mores is asking, just curious if you guys have gone through similar phases. Do you feel the same way I do about the prices in the game today? Thanks for reading. Peace and much love to ya. Yo, much love to you, Biggie S'mores.
Nice.
Yo, go follow Biggie_S'mores on Instagram.
Biggie _ I love that.
I love that.
Biggie
Yeah,
S'mores.
great name.
Any
Resale
guys?
prices.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going at?
Resale prices. Have you ever gone through the having to slow down on the pickups?
Not for resale prices. Not resale, but definitely had to slow down on the pickups.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's been times, I've said it on the podcast before, 1 week I came home with 10 pairs of shoes. That was a really big week. And
Whoa.
it was that time.
One
and
week?
1 week.
Sean.
7 days.
Mike's the better sneakerhead.
Yeah,
10
he is.
pairs.
No, I bet.
So
Yeah.
I came home with 10 pairs of sneakers. I looked at them at the end of the week and went, why do I have these? Why do I have these? None of them really make sense. I think I bought them because we've talked about this before with price. The price will just get you and you have to grab them, you know? So that was really tough.
So here's why I'm the better sneakerhead.
Because I don't spend money.
Because I don't have that experience. There's not a sneaker I regret.
Wow. Interesting.
No regrets. No regrets.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, that's very. I'm sure we've all been there at some point where we
Yeah.
have to like slow down.
Yeah.
For sure.
True.
I
Yeah.
was out of work twice in my life. I think 2 or 3 times even, where I was laid off for and I was out of work for a year, and you just have no choice.
Yeah, you got to take a break, right?
Reel it in a bit. Yeah.
Got to do what's best for the
sure.
fam.
What I've learned is yes, always priorities, right? Figure out what needs to get done, taken care of, and all that first. And sneakers will always be there. I mean, if you miss out on something, it doesn't mean that's the end all be all. Like you can hunt for something later on. It might make it even more interesting, right? And I mean, there's no timeline for you, right? It doesn't mean that past a certain age you can't keep collecting. You can always go back and like you're
Clearly.
doing, man. You're looking for shoes that you like back in high school and middle school. Like they're retroing so much stuff that it's actually cool that if there was a shoe that meant something to you back then, you can find it again.
chances are
Yeah,
it's
that's
around.
That's really cool.
So yeah.
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 Chris, we've had this conversation about 2 years ago. You know, I reached out to Chris and I was like, yo, how do you do it? Like, how do you get all this really nice stuff and still pay all your bills at home? And he said to me, number one priority is have those bills paid. That's your number one priority. And you said to me, the sneakers will always be there.
Yeah.
And you're exactly right. They will be there. You might not get them right away, but you will get them if you want them.
Yeah.
It might just take a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, but it'll all work out in the end.
Yeah.
For sure.
It all comes out in the wash, as a good man
right.
said.
I don't know that expression.
No.
It's from
Yeah.
a song.
Okay.
I'll sing it to you later.
I think that's good, right?
Yeah, it's a dope message.
That's,
I think we should probably wrap it up. We're
Sure.
over an hour now. But before we go, let's give a big shout out to Reebok Classics Canada. Shout out. Thank you so much. Yo, shout out to our boys over at Quality. Go check them out, quality.com. You could use the coupon code, TSP20, get 20% off. And if you don't want to use our promo code and get 20% off, well,
Pay full price.
yeah, pay full price. But if you sign up for their newsletter, you'll get 10% off anyway. So make sure you sign up, get an account, and hit up Quality. Don't forget, we are doing a giveaway for a 3-pack of basic tees from Quality. All you got to do is send us a DM on Instagram at the Sneaker Podcast. Let us know where you're listening from, what size you are. And that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do.
Eventually,
You have to be
we
following
wanna
us.
give a rundown of all the people, like where they're from.
Where they're from and what
Make a
size
cool
they wear.
map, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're
And
going to make fun.
shout out to Under Armour Canada.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Puma Canada.
Shout out to Foot Locker
Foot Locker
Canada.
Canada.
Fam
NBA Canada.
at Foot Locker Canada. The
Yeah.
fam at NBA Canada.
Yeah.
Shout out to all y'all for taking care of us.
We'll
And,
definitely recap the NBA game next week on the podcast.
Yeah,
So
totally.
we'll definitely do that. Guys, do you guys want to say any last words before we roll out?
The jerk store called and they're running out of you.
Oh, all right.
It's a good one. I like that one. Everyone that listened to this podcast and knows that just laughed.
There you go.
You're doing your job, Sean. Scott.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Very funny.
Whatever.
Thank you all for listening to the podcast. We really do appreciate it. And some big news in the podcast world. We are now on Spotify, so go check it out. If you've been listening elsewhere, we are now on Spotify. We're on Google Play Music. We are on iTunes. Go check it out. And guess what, guys? We're on YouTube. That's where you're watching this right now, or you're listening to it. Go rate, comment, subscribe to us. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the love and all the comments that we've been getting, all the positive energy that we've been getting from you guys, the listeners and the viewers. Thank you so much. It really keeps us going, and we can't wait to give you more. So thank you so much. Sean, if people want to find you on the gram, where can they do so?
At Scholar23 and at OG Support Group.
Chris, where can people find you?
At Christopher.Chew.
You can find our good buddy Chlorel at Chlorel. You can get me at On Air with Mike D. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We'll catch you back here next time with a new episode of the podcast. Until then, have a great day. Have a great night. Keep them laced. Peace.
Peace.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.